Hey everybody, it's Hayden, and I want to thank everyone who keeps yelling at me for not making any videos, and everyone who keeps watching and subscribing to my videos. I want to kind of give you guys an update. I waited 3.5 weeks, for my results to come back, and everything came back normal. And then I made my appointment a month and 3 weeks ago. For an endocrinologist because there was none around here, so they called and told me after 2 weeks of waiting that there was none around where I live. And then I was told yesterday that my appointment that was made for November 4th is now rescheduled for December 7th because they messed up pretty much. So that really sucks, and it puts a huge setback on me and my whole entire transition to a whole nother month, as if I haven't waited 3.5 months already, just on appointments, which sucks. But anyway, this video is going to be about my feelings, because I know myself, you never really hear about how you really feel, and I'm not good with my feelings, so you guys are going to have to work with me a little bit here. But these are just my feelings as a transgender. I feel that being transgender is the hardest thing ever. Mainly because being uncomfortable in your body is the worst feeling you could possibly ever feel. Waking up and not wanting to go to the bathroom because you don't want to look at yourself in the mirror, or not wanting to get a shower because you don't want to have to look at your body because you're disgusted by it and you don't like it, is the worst feeling. You can only, there's only so much that you can do, and that's the most frustrating part. I'm depressed all the time because I'm uncomfortable with myself and I don't like myself. And, I'm not saying, I don't like to get a shower because I think I'm fat or I think I'm unattractive, and I'm thinking maybe if I'm transgender I'll look better, because that's definitely not it at all. I think I am attractive, and my body, I don't think that my body is ugly in any shape, way, or form. But it's not me, and it's disgusting to me to wake up and see boobs. It's gross. It's not me. To wake up and be uncomfortable in your own skin. It's like wearing a Halloween costume all year round, all the time. And to know from the time that I was a kid to the time now, it's like so much can only build up. There's days that I wake up and I'm a total bastard. I wake up in the most worst mood, and I take it out on everybody, and I don't mean to, but I don't want to talk to anyone. You can only describe it in so many words, and it's hard. To wake up and be something you're not is horrible. There's days that, I cry myself to sleep all the time because I can't stand the way I am. I hate myself because there's nothing that I can do to change it. That's what sucks. There's nothing that I can do that I've already done. That's what sucks. To have to keep waiting on appointments, it sucks. For me, it's getting on testosterone is just one step. But that's the first step, and there's nothing else that I can do. The fact that, I wish my problem was that I was fat. I wish that I could just go on a diet, lose weight, and work out as much as I can to look good, and then I'd be happy. But no, I have to, take medicine, and which is your testosterone and hormones, and then pay thousands upon thousands of dollars just to be comfortable enough to take my shirt off and to get a shower, just to be able to be able to go swimming and not feel disgusting in your own skin. just to be able to pass, for who I am and who I am in my head. It's the most frustrating thing to think of yourself a certain way, and then look in the mirror and it be a complete different, and it doesn't add up, and it's frustrating. I see myself completely different than who I am. Who I look in the mirror and I see this girl. I don't see Hayden. I see Harley, and that's frustrating. That's frustrating when you still have people who call you Harley and who still call you a female. And especially when it's your family, and it's frustrating. It's really, really frustrating, actually. And it feels like everybody is for me in my transition except for my family. I had gotten a letter from my grandma. We actually went out to eat and everything, and then she handed me this letter after I was getting ready to get in my car and leave. And it was pretty much telling me that, I'm the devil and I need to go to church and all this other stuff. But that does not change how I feel. Me going to church isn't going to control how I feel. And what frustrates me is what I'm doing isn't hurting anybody in any shape, way, or form. My feelings and how I act upon them isn't hurting anybody. What I'm doing, it may affect other people, but it's not hurting anybody. I could see if, like I said, if I was hurting someone, but it's just as if a straight man would like a woman. It's a feeling. You can't control how you feel. It's as if a woman likes a man, or a man likes a man, or a female likes a female. You can't control how you feel. They're feelings. They're uncontrollable. If you could control how you feel, we would all be freaking happy, but you can't control how you feel. They're feelings. Just as I feel that I should be a man, I know that I'm a man. They're feelings. You can't control how you feel. If you did, we wouldn't have people bullying other people. We wouldn't have people making fun of people because they are a certain way. We would all be straight. We would all be a certain way so that we wouldn't get made fun of. They're feelings, and you can't control how you feel. And that frustrates me the most. I had my brothers over about a month ago, a couple weeks. And, they have trouble, remembering that, my name isn't Harley, it's Hayden. And, they call me, by the wrong pronouns and stuff like that. And, you can only correct them so much. There's only so much that I can do, They're like, hey, Harley. No, it's Hayden. She. No, it's he. You can only correct them so much. How else are you supposed to explain it to a kid other than, no, I'm not a girl anymore, I'm a boy. And I've always been a boy. How can you explain that to a little kid other than saying that? It's just hard. Because, it's hard. It's not like you can yell at them. What are you going to yell at them for? They're just kids. It's hard to correct them also because you have, certain people in their life who are like, no, she's a girl, she'll always be your sister, she's Harley, not Hayden. And they have two different people telling them two different things. It's hard. So that's hard. And it's hard when you don't look like a guy. I still look very feminine, and my voice sounds very feminine. It's hard when you go to a restaurant and they call you female and you can't correct them, because how can you correct them? Because if you were them, you would say female too. So it's just hard, you want to be somebody, and it's just hard. Your whole process is hard and it's slow, and it's a long process. But But yeah, like I said, there's days that I wake up and I'm miserable. I've been working 12-hour days, so I don't have to think about it. So that maybe for those 12 hours, it'll take my mind off things. But it never does. And then I'll come home and then I'll cry when Cheyenne goes to sleep and cry myself to sleep because I just don't want to think about it. And there's days that I try to wear myself out, which is why I work my 12 hours all week and then some. And hope that, maybe for one night I won't have to cry. And maybe I'll just fall asleep. It's hard. It's hard when, your fiance cries because there's nothing that she can do. How can you make her feel wanted when you don't even want to be wanted because you're not comfortable with yourself? Starting to get teary. And it's hard to show her that it's not her, when she cries to you because she feels like it is. And there's only so much that you can do to tell her that, no, it's not you, it's me. I know that's like the whole breakup line, no, it wasn't you, it was me. But it is. It is me. It's not anybody else but me. And there's nothing that I can do and there's nothing that you can do. I can only do so much to, show her that, I do care about her. When she leaves for the weekend, I can buy her things and little things that, remind her that I love her and remind her that I do care. And there's only so much you can do. Being transgender, like I said, it's just really, really hard. Especially for me, not for everyone, it's hard for everyone, but, there's only so much that you can do as a transgender, and it's hard, it took everything in me when she called me not to just scream at her and flip out, I was 136 pounds, I'm down to 110 pounds. I was at a 32 pant size and I'm down to a 28 now. I eat, I'm not hungry, but I make myself eat because I know I have to eat. You're just depressed all the time. You don't want to do anything. There's days I don't want to get out of bed because I'm just disgusted with myself and I'm disgusted with life and everything in it. I don't want to get out of bed. You have your good days and you have your bad days. And it's something that takes a toll on everybody, especially your relationship. And like I said, she feels like she's doing something wrong, and there's only so much that, I can say, no, it's not you, it's me. No, I just don't want to talk today because I'm miserable. I don't want to talk because I just don't want to talk. And I feel bad, and it's hard to vent to her, because she doesn't understand how I feel, and it's not like I have transgender friends who I just talk to regularly and say, dude, like, what did you do when you're at this spot? Or someone to say, hey man, like, it'll get better, it just takes time. And that's what I'm trying to do now, taking time, wait till December 7th, you know what they say, good things come to those who wait, so that's what I'm trying to do, frustrate you and you want to slam your fist through a freaking wall and drink your life away because you can't stand it. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard when you feel like the whole world is against you, and it's not. You gotta remind yourself of that. No, it's not all against me. I have good people in my life. I have a family and I have friends who completely support me. And, I couldn't be any more happier with Cheyenne's family. None of them even looked at me the wrong way, and none of them have even said the wrong pronoun or the wrong name. And, there's some days that I would love to just pick up and move out there where I have to get my treatment and not think twice. But, what can I do? You know, I have family out here. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, so being transgender sucks sometimes because you can't make your process go any faster. It sucks that it takes so long for appointments and everything, and it sucks that I have to drive 2.5 hours just to an endocrinologist. You know, it's hard that people automatically assume that, you know, oh, you're mentally sick, this and that. No, you're not mentally sick. You were born in the wrong body. You know, like I said, it's like wearing a Halloween costume for your whole entire life. You know, it's hard. And I mean, you can't help how you feel. And like I was saying, you know, maybe my parents, maybe it affects them a lot more, and they have a hard time with it. You know, I was their daughter, and now I'm their son. And I was Harley, now I'm Hayden. But that's who they wanted me to be, and this is who I am. And I can't change that. And I'm not going to change that because this is who I am. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to make myself happy. Because I'm not living another 21 years in the wrong body. I won't do it. I won't live 21 more years as something I'm not. Because this is who I am. I'm not going to live for everybody else. It's me. And it's who I am. I also want to clarify the difference between lesbian and transgender. Somebody tell me that, you know, so where I work, there is 2 gay couples, both lesbian couples, and someone had said, you know, there's a lot of transgenders in here, just none of them have went through the process. There's a huge difference between transgender and lesbian. There's a big difference between dyke and transgender. Transgender is completely different. Transgender is being uncomfortable with your body, being uncomfortable with who you are as a female, and being a man. I mean, there's a difference, and being a dyke or a lesbian is being comfortable with who you are and liking females as a female. There's a complete difference. As opposed to transgender being uncomfortable in their body and changing that. There's a lot more to it, but basically there's a difference between transgender and lesbian. Complete difference. So, you know, people, I understand people don't understand all the time. Put it that way. But yeah, so that's how I feel about certain things and my life. And hopefully at one point, once I start testosterone, that, you know, my depression will go down and that, you know, I will feel more comfortable as myself and as I start to pass as male. But as of right now, you know, like I said, I am depressed half the time, and I work 12 hours just so I don't have to think about it. And there's days that I cry myself to sleep because I don't like my body, and I don't like to go to the bathroom, so I hold it as long as I possibly can till I have to go. And, you know, I don't like to shower because I am uncomfortable with my body. That's just a little bit about how I feel, and I'm going to continue to do videos, so I hope that you guys watch and keep watching. And I'm sorry for me not doing videos. I'm sorry. But everybody like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.